I thought of doing another dessert recipe today, chocolate sponge mousse cake. For this recipe I am using 3 eggs and 100 grams sugar, 75 grams self-raising flour and 25 milliliters milk and 20 grams cocoa powder and 30 grams butter. So let's start. This is the layer for the chocolate sponge and I will show you the rest of the ingredients later. So into the mixing bowl add the sugar and the butter and start whisking it about 1 minute. So after add the eggs one by one and whisk that about 2 minutes. Now add the cocoa powder and the flour and into that add the milk and mix it on low speed about 30 seconds. So pour the batter into the prepared cake tin. I am using an 18 centimeter cake tin. So pour the batter, bake this on 180 Celsius about 10 minutes. The sponge for the mousse cake is ready, so I am going to cut this into 2 halves and leave it aside. I am going to show you the rest of the recipe. So I cut the sponge cake into 2 and I put one into the same tray that I used, and I'm going to leave the other half aside. And I have 170 grams chocolate melts and 150 grams thickened cream or whipping cream and another 50 grams whipping cream in another bowl. So I'm going to melt this 50 grams whipping cream and pour that onto the chocolate and leave it to cool down. So I added the boiled whipping cream and the chocolate start melting. So melt the chocolate and leave it aside, and meanwhile add the rest of the cream, 150 grams, and start whisking it until it comes to a soft peak. So it's already whipped, and going to add the chocolate mix and keep on whisking it. So onto the cake add the prepared milk chocolate mix and spread it nicely and flatten it and put this in the fridge or even in a freezer if you are working quickly. If not, leave it in the fridge about 1 to 2 hours. For the next layer I am going to use 150 grams white chocolate chips or melts Meanwhile, I'm going to whip the cream like the other one. And for the ganache topping, I'm using 250 grams dark chocolate. So add the 150 grams cream and start whisking it until it comes to soft peak, and mix the white chocolate in it just like the other one. So it is set, and pour the white chocolate mix next onto the milk chocolate layer and leave it to set again. Now I'm going to do a chocolate glaze on top. For that I'm using 200 grams dark cooking chocolate or melting chocolate with 30 grams butter and nearly 1.5 tablespoons of corn syrup or glucose syrup and half a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to add this into a microwavable bowl and melt all these together. And then the chocolate and 1.5 tablespoons of corn syrup. I'm going to melt this in the microwave about a minute or until the chocolate melts. So the white chocolate layer is ready. Now I'm going to put the other half of the cake and finish it off. So once it is set, going to take this layer, the cake out, and put that in a big on a plate before I do the ganache. So the glaze over the top of the mousse cake and let it if you like, you can leave it like this or smoothen the top and put that back again in the fridge. The chocolate sponge and the mousse cake is ready. So I cut one piece to show you how it looks like, and it's really nice with all the layers, and you can serve with a bit of cherry and or even a strawberry on top with ice cream or cream. And hope you will enjoy this. Thank you for watching.